You know, I never really gave golf a second thought. Sport for rich people, you hit the ball, get in a car, go to where the ball is, hit it again. But playing Golf Story, I now see how much more of an intricate, strategic game than I ever thought before. And I was able to learn all of that because Golf Story is such a charming, intricate little package. Let's get into it.
Something about Golf Story that's obvious as soon as you look at it is that it is beautiful. This is what I mean when I say that pixel art can be beautiful, a sentiment many of my friends continue to push back against. It is clear that the developers chose pixel art out of a creative desire to make it look great, rather than a budgeting decision. The music that accompanies the game is likewise pleasing to the ear and fitting with the game's themes. I especially like the theme on the final golf course, which gives off a British aristocratic vibe. Now, you start the game proper by waking up in your bed to your wife calling you. Apparently, you decided to abandon her and your home to go play golf again, and she ain't happy about it. But golf is your passion, so you have to do what feels right. You set off to Well-Worn Grove, where you begin your path towards becoming a pro. The core gameplay is, of course, playing golf. While I can't comment on how accurate the system is compared to real golf, I can tell you that it is intricate in and of itself. Each round you have to pick the correct club, make a decision about where you want the ball to land, all while taking into account things like wind speed, the terrain you're shooting from, trees that could be in your way, and the slope of the putting green. Often, you'll find that controlling where the ball lands is just as, if not more important than, hitting a good drive. Distance will help, of course, especially if it helps you cut off a stroke, but you have to manage your risk. Do I decide to hit the ball far in the hopes that the wind carries it over the water and the ball lands on the fairway? If I'm successful, I'm that much closer to the green. But if I fail, I'll land in the water, adding an extra stroke to my score. Choices like this are operative in every course you play, if not in every hole, and it's thrilling to have your gamble play off. One criticism I will give about the game's golf system is that it doesn't properly explain some of the extra features. It does a good job teaching you how to manage the distance your shots will go, but I don't recall it ever telling me how to use special kinds of shots. Throughout the game, you collect items that give you access to a focus shot, a power shot, and a ghost tee, which lets you ignore terrain effects for that shot. Now, I only discovered how to use them in the final course, and that's only because I googled how to use the ghost tee. Similarly, I only discovered that you can add topspin and backspin to a shot by looking at the controls. To be honest, I've beaten the game, and I still don't know what topspin and backspin do other than, spin. Something that I love about the way this game is designed, with its top-down look, is the stress it places on the strategy of golf. I played Mario Golf Super Rush with a friend of mine not too long ago, and we played with the motion controls. We had fun, but our attention was dedicated more towards figuring out the controls. In other words, we were focused on the execution of the shot rather than the planning of the shot itself. Now, in that game, you can use button controls, but I found that the 3D viewing angle lent itself to a similar distinction. Mario Golf was more focused on the execution of the shot rather than the strategy of the shot itself. With Golf Story, I think I found a new appreciation for the game of golf itself. Now, one can only play straight-up golf for so long, and that's where this game shines. It develops a strong, intricate golf system and then uses it in so many different ways. As you explore the world, you'll find a myriad of challenges that will give you money and experience when you complete them. These can range from testing your ability to control the ball, to running around a course looking for new items, or even playing a newly designed course that's not standard at all. There's always a new skill to learn, a new challenge to overcome, a new area to explore that kept the gameplay from getting boring. Even when the game moves away from golf itself, additions like frisbee throwing, kart racing, and cash collecting are a joy in and of themselves. Even when talking about the golf courses themselves, there's variation both in the courses and how you might approach them. Most of them are not really quite vanilla. Even the first course has mole rats that you have to avoid. Lurker Valley has big turtles that let you bounce across water with a well-aimed shot. Cheeky Beak Peak has birds that you can manipulate to make your ball go farther. The Tidy Park course forces you to use shitty golf clubs, and the Winter course has ice that makes the ball go farther. One of the most creatively interesting courses is the one found in Oak Manor that has a Halloween theme. Although I don't think this one has anything special that impacts gameplay, it's just difficult. And the final course, this one is a doozy. Tons of water to avoid, long par counts, and a lot of opportunities for high-risk, high-reward shots. In order to beat the game, you have to finish this course with a score of 0 or lower while playing in the final tournament, and it took me many attempts. The sense of accomplishment I felt after finally conquering it was immense. I didn't win the course by luck. I won the course by playing it over and over and over again, learning the contours of each hole, and mastering the systems the game asked me to master. But playing golf on the course alone isn't even the only way you can play a 9-hole course. Throughout the game, you might find that you have to play a match against another character, where you compete to see who can win the most number of holes. You can also find tag team matches, where the computer hits off the tee and then you take the rest from there. These tag team matches can be a little frustrating because the guy teeing off for you is almost always dog shit, but these matches do force you to step up your game to compensate. It's another way of reinforcing the systems to the player. What truly makes this game stand out, aside from the core golf gameplay, is the dialogue. This game is filled with hilarious characters, from Lucky, the corrupt owner of Well-Worn Grove, to Coach, a bumbling has-been who has an estranged relationship with his son and a crush on Yvonne, another golf coach. The dialogue with your ex-wife is simply superb. But the biggest standout for me is Lara, as you not only see the relationship between the main character and her evolve, you also see her golfing improve. You easily cream her on the first couple of matches between the two of you, but the final match at Oak Manor Golf Course is tough. If you do not know how to putt correctly in that match, Lara will wipe the floor with you because she has gotten better at golf just as you have. More than just the main characters, though, the world as a whole has interesting stories to tell. I think my absolute favorite location is Tidy Park, filled with a bunch of old people who just want to play golf slowly. Not only do you solve a murder mystery, but afterwards the old people and the young people resolve their conflicts by having a rap battle right on the golf course. The dialogue is hilarious in this scene, as it is in so many other scenes. As a point of criticism, I would have liked to see a bit more of its RPG mechanics mattering, as most of the time you have the same core stats, but then you have to rebalance the stats after your power goes up. Having different golf clubs serve as equipment upgrades is a great idea, but it does sort of seem like a set-and-forget-it aspect. Also, unless I'm missing something, you never do get another putter that's worth a damn, and I had the most frustrations with the putting aspect of the game.
All of that being said, Golf Story is a great game, and if you haven't played it, I really think that you should. Sidebar Games announced a few years ago they were developing Sports Story, a sequel to this, and I'm eagerly looking forward to playing that game. I was really disappointed that it wasn't announced at the Indie World presentation the other day. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that subscribe button, give it a like, and share it with you can. I'll catch you guys next time.